Good morning, friends, and welcome to my first garden tour for 2025. I'm going to tell you right now that this garden is still quite a mess. Got lots of things still setting out in containers, waiting to get put in the ground, but thought I would show you what's going on here before we miss some of the blooms on the spirea. I hope you are out enjoying your garden this time of the year. It's a great time to be out here in Iowa. So let's start off with this container, my side containers that flank my garden. For the last 2 years, I've had something different in here. I've had the cannas in here, and this year I thought I would try flowering tobacco in hopes that I wouldn't have to water the side containers too often. So they're just starting to sprout here. Nothing major. I started the seeds from indoors. I think it was February I started seeds. It takes a long time for flowering tobacco seeds to get going. And here we are with the wedding veil spirea in all its glory. I do chop this up quite a bit after it's done blooming to keep a decent shape. Otherwise it kind of falls over and cascades, which that's what it's supposed to do, but I try to keep it in a bush form. It just looks better for my small space. I did recently transplant this Rose of Sharon right here. The location that I had it in for the last 2 years, it wasn't looking that great, wasn't flowering that much, so put it in this full sun location. We'll see if we get some beautiful blooms this year. Let me know if you have a wedding bell spirea. This is its third year being here, and I think it's just beautiful when it blooms. A lot of people don't like them, but I really love it. It gives me color when there's no color here yet. Here's a closer look. And it has that lime green foliage. And right beside the spirea, I planted a lot of onions. Lots of onions went out. Along with some nasturtiums, hoping to trail them down. There's supposed to be a cherry color nasturtium for this year. This spring we went over to Missouri and we decided to go visit Baker Creek on the way home. And that's where we found these cherry nasturtium seeds. My daughter just had to have them. And so we started them, and we're hoping to get some beautiful, beautiful blooms. In this 4x4 bed, I have the netting on right now because of the little butterflies, cabbage butterflies, I believe that's what people call them. We've been eating a lot of salad greens. So this bed has salad greens, some beautiful purple bok choy, almost looks black. And of course, every Southern girl needs some collard greens, or at least I do. I might live in Iowa, but this Southern belle needs her collard greens. I personally think collard greens grow excellent here in Iowa. I mean, they just flourish and they get huge. Look at the leaves right now, are not that big, but they will double in size. I've never had a problem with them bolting, and they will be growing all summer and all fall. So as you can see, here's all my extra containers I haven't put out yet in the garden. Still working on that. I grew so much stuff from seed this year, trying to fill in my long border, hoping to get a tour of that when everything starts to bloom. Here's my long bed. This is a 4x8 bed. And every year I put tomatoes in this bed because this is the only bed I have available for tomatoes. And so I am in this bed with compost. The city is generous and allows us to get compost for free. And then a Espoma garden tone. That's what I've been doing for the last 3 years, and my tomatoes seem to be okay here. I did try some different variety of tomatoes this year. Last year I had canning tomatoes, a lot of canning tomatoes, because that was my focus, just to can a lot of salsa and tomato sauce, which I did, and it's all gone already. This year I wanted to try something different. I put a cherry tomato in here. I think it's is it the Sweet 100? And then a pineapple tomato, which I've never tried. Also a black creme, which is new to me. Brandywine, seems like everyone talks about the Brandywine tomato. I'm hoping it's good as everyone says. And then beefsteak. I always grow one beefsteak. And so what I'm really looking for is a good slicer tomato. Something that you just put some salt and pepper on a plate and enjoy it, or a really nice tomato sandwich type of tomato. So if you have any suggestions for me on tomatoes to try next year, please leave them in the comment. I would love to know. So I just have tomatoes in here, marigolds, basil's kind of on the struggle bus. I might have to replant that. I'm trying to give it some time. Some onions and the cherry nasturtiums. I'm always excited when I can plant the tomatoes out. This year I planted them out, let me think, April. I think it was April the 28th is when I planted. Yes, April the 28th I planted them out. I did seed some cucumber seeds in here also. Excuse me. There are some cucumber seeds in here starting to sprout already. Can you see them? 2 weeks ago, my son came out here for me and put cucumber seeds in the ground. So April the 28th, I put the tomatoes in here, and they were small. They were probably the same size as the marigolds here in this bed, and they're really growing. They're looking really beautiful. Every year I start them from seed, and I just take the chance of putting them out when the last frost date is and hope for the best. So it's always worked for me. It might not work for others. You have to do what's best for your garden. Over here in this other 4x4 bed, I have the netting on this one also. I have some freckled salad mix here. Super cute. This one I know is from Baker Creek because when we went over there to visit, I was given a free seed pack with my purchase. So cute. And then I have some slow bolting cilantro. And I don't have anything in this middle row yet because I'm hoping to find some peppers that I'm kind of obsessed with. There's a pizza place here in my town that has a pizza that has these peppers called Papadu. I believe that's the name of Papadu peppers. And I cannot find them. I'm waiting patiently, hoping that one of the stores in town I will find that pepper. If not, I'll have to find some seeds for next year, but it's the most delicious pepper. And so I'm reserving this middle spot for some peppers because, you know, salad greens don't last all summer. In the back here, in the very back, I've got some Chinese cabbages. Not sure if I'm going to get any heads of cabbage. It almost reminds me of mustard greens, but it did say it's Chinese cabbage, so we will see. It's my first time growing Chinese cabbage. You let me know if you've grown it before. In this pot here, I've got some blackberry starts. I love blackberries. It reminds me of home. Out in the woods picking blackberries with my grandma. It's a really fond memory of mine that I love and I cherish. This is some fancy mullein that is in full bloom. It's just gorgeous. I just love this in the spring when it's blooming here, and it lasts a long time, the blooms do, and it will reseed itself. The seeds for this mullein, it's easy to find. I believe I purchased them from Botanical Interest, I believe. And I started it from seed last year, and this year it's just doubled in size. I hope you can see the beautiful color on the screen here. Just gorgeous. Just this mauvey pink. So pretty. And of course my beautiful pink rose of Sharon. It's starting to bud out. It always makes me nervous because you'll see some that's the leaves have started to come out, and then you'll see like this one right here, no leaves yet. And last year it made me really nervous, but it will all catch up and it will happen. My hibiscus, if anyone's wondering if their hibiscus is dead or not, here's a look at my hardy hibiscus here. This is the showstopper of the garden in the summer. Right now you can see Zone 5 Iowa. It's still sleeping. I do see, let's look, 1, maybe 2. So signs of life here. I still got it coming. I don't know if I'm going to be able to cut those off, but they're pretty hard. Hardy hibiscus. This is a beautiful one. It's pink with dark foliage, which is needed. Just needed here. Let me back up slowly for you so you can see. My zebra grass. Right now it's trying its best to get back up there. Daffodil foliage is still out, and to me it looks weedy and it's starting to annoy me, but I'm trying my best to leave it. Let's go over here and look at my daughter's container. Every year she picks out flowers and plants them. This is one of the things that she's so excited about. I remember it was April and she's like, can we go get the flowers? Can we go get the flowers? It just happened to be a nice day in April. I'm like, no, honey, no, it's too early right now. So She was going for a black and white theme, and then she couldn't find a lot of black flowers, so we had some purple ones in there. I guess you could call purple black. But here's what it looks like right now. She even added some dill in here for the pollinator. She's hoping to get some caterpillars to feast on that dill. And just love how excited she gets going to the nursery to buy plants. There's a nursery here that's just seasonal. It's called Cushman's, and I just let her go in there and get whatever she wants, because they normally sell 4 packs of flowers for $2, and you can't beat that. And so there's a lot of 4 packs in here. And then, herbs are $2, and you could go in there and get a 4-pack of tomatoes for $2. But I like to start my tomatoes from seed. I think it's fun. And here is one of my green stalks in all of its glory. Looking beautiful. Just this year has been a good year for the things in the green stalk. I've got some mustard greens in here. I'm trying those out this year. Let me know if you eat mustard greens. Someone told me they are spicy, but the seeds that I started, I'm eating it, and I don't feel like it's spicy. And then I put some Tiny Tims in here, some Tiny Tim tomatoes, and this is my first time to grow dwarf tomatoes. I'm curious, have you grown Tiny Tim tomatoes? Look, I got a little bloom there. I'm tempted to leave it, but I might pinch it off. Can you see that bloom? So cute. I have beets up here at the top tier. And of course, more cherry nasturtiums. I'm trying out some eggplant this year. This is supposed to be a patio variety of eggplant. I apologize if you can't see it very well. It's the sun's starting to come out. And lemon balm. I'm growing lemon balm this year. I know someone's going to get on to me and say that's going to take over. And I'm fine if it takes over the bottom tier. I fell in love with lemon balm tea this winter. So good if you haven't tried it. And here's my other green stalk. I did have 3, and I sold one because I was having issues with in my mind with colors. It was not the same color as my other 2, and as much as I love the brown, that's like a limited color, so they only come out at a certain time. And when I got the 2 green ones, it was a surprise gift from my husband, so I am not sad at all. The person that purchased my other green stalk, my brown one, she was really excited. It was an older lady that had some mobility issues, and she was just really excited to be able to garden again, and I was thrilled to give it to someone that's going to enjoy it. My second green stalk basically has the same thing as the first one, except I have mint in the lower tier. Of course, a lot of the greens in this green stalk, like the kale, and I'm guessing the mustard greens, mustard, they're not going to last that long due to you know, the cabbage moth. They'll start laying eggs on there, and then I'll have to get rid of it, and I'll have to figure out what else to put in my green stock for the summer. If you have any suggestions on what I should put in there, I would love to hear it in the comments below. Now look at this nasturtium. Same nasturtium. Supposed to be the cherry, but it's beautiful variegated. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever seen a nasturtium with variegated foliage. I mean, did one of the seeds get dropped in there that's not cherry? We will have to see, right? We will see. And then I have this pot here that has a dahlia. Now, I started dahlias from seeds this year, and I'm not impressed, you guys. The mix that I purchased was supposed to be pinks, whites, yellows. This is orange. I'm not crazy about orange flowers. I don't know. I thought about tossing it out of there, but my daughter likes it, and she told me it looks red to her, but I know that is orange. I think she's just trying to tell me that, so I will keep it. Children. Oh. And then what did I put? Oh, and then I put borage seeds in here. That's what this is, borage, for the pollinators. I believe last year in this container I had cherry tomatoes. Yes, I had the jelly bean cherry tomato. And of course, the last thing I have to show you is the avocado tree. It's out. It made its debut, finally. Looking lovely. Of course, some of the leaves were not happy and have changed color. So if you get this, this is from the sun. You know, it's been inside all winter. I'm a little heartbroken. I got some leaves that look sad, but I could pull them off and it'll make new leaves. But we had two cloudy days in a row, so I stuck it outside, and then we got one intense hot day, and it just did not like that. Put some flowers underneath here, just for a pop of color. And my son said it reminds him of candy canes, these flowers. I'm trying to think of the name. Oh my goodness, I can't think of the name. Well, I hope you are having a great day today and that you are able to get out in your garden. I will try my best to try to upload a video once a week. We will see. I get out here and I get busy and it totally slips my mind. Until next time, have a great day.